Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this morning I had a Zoom call with many of my friends where I shared some of the trading platforms which can be used in Canada and gave my opinion that which one is better and which one they can use under what circumstances. I wanted to record the video, but unfortunately I forgot to record the video. I recorded the second part of the video, but even that only had the audio and not the video. So I thought I'll just record a video and use our channel Newspoint, where I normally share videos on Canadian immigration and life in Canada. So I thought I'll just put this video also in there, and many of you who were asking for the recording of the session, I'll send you this link and you can watch the video here, and maybe some other people or some other friends, they can also benefit from this. So before we start the video, the disclaimer which I gave in our morning call as well, that this is not illegal or professional advice. Investing everywhere can be risky, however it's more riskier in the stock market. So if you are investing money anywhere, especially in the stock market, please do your due diligence and do not hold me responsible if you lose money. So the first platform I would like to talk about is Wealthsimple. Let's take a look at its commission structure, what are its pros and cons, and how you can sign up for it. So the commission structure for Wealthsimple is that you can buy and sell any stocks and ETFs for $0 commission. So there is no commission for US stocks or Canadian ETFs or US ETFs to buy and sell. So what are the pros for this platform? Number one, obviously, as I mentioned, it's free. It does not cost anything to buy or sell whatever stocks you want to buy. There is no commission. You only have to pay the price of the stock. It's very easy to use. They provide a mobile application where it's very easy to place an order and it's very seamless. There are no account minimums. You can open an account with literally $1 as well. However, I would say maybe put $1,000 if you want to play around. Sign up process is very simple. You just have to go on the link, which I am also providing below, or you can just even Google them, sign up, provide all your documents, and you can open the account. I believe it takes 2 to 3 days. Maybe due to COVID these days it would take a little longer, but it's very seamless. I guess within a week your account would be open. What are the cons for Wealthsimple? The first and foremost, or the biggest disadvantage of Wealthsimple, is that you cannot maintain a Canadian and US dollars account. You can only have a Canadian account. This means that all the transactions which you will do would be converted in Canadian dollars. So whenever you are buying US stocks, your Canadian dollars would be converted into US dollars to purchase that security. And whenever you are selling a US stock, your US dollars would be converted back to Canadian dollars to put it into your account. And for every transaction, the forex conversion is 1.5%. So Wealthsimple is great to buy Canadian stocks. However, I would say it is an absolute no-no to buy US stocks, because although the commission per se is zero, however, the forex conversion fee of 1.5% coupled with that bad exchange rate, so this comes out about roughly 2% on buy and then again roughly 2% on sell. So in total it would cost you 4%, which is huge. So I would say if you have opened an account with Wealthsimple, never buy US securities from Wealthsimple account. Another disadvantage is that there is no desktop application. They only provide mobile platform to buy and sell stocks. Another problem is that you cannot trade options. Many of you may not know what are options. I will discuss this towards the end of the video, just a basic definition that what are options. However, if you are not if you're new to the stock market, I would strongly advise that you only buy and sell stocks and ETFs and index funds. Do not trade options unless you fully understand how the options work. And since Wealthsimple would not be directly linked to your bank account, it would always take 2 to 4 business days to transfer money into Wealthsimple. And similarly, when you want to take money out of Wealthsimple, if you want to close the account, it will take 3 to 4 days. If you want to sign up or if you want to open an account in Wealthsimple, it's pretty simple. You can Google them and open an account directly from there, or you can use the link given in description, which is my referral link. I believe if you use this referral link, I would get $5 and you also get $5, so it's a win-win. You can use my referral link or somebody else's referral link. It would give you $5 to you and $5 to the person who is referring you. So the next platform which I talked about in morning call was Questrade. Let's take a look at commission structure in Questrade. So to buy and sell stocks, it is 1 cent per share. Minimum is 4.95 and maximum is $9.95. This dollar amount would be Canadian dollars if you're buying and selling Canadian stocks, and this would become US dollars if you're buying and selling US stocks. So if you buy US stocks, commission would be either 4.95 US dollars or 1 cent per share, and can go up to maximum $9.95. To buy ETFs, you do not have to pay any commission. To sell ETFs, it is very similar to the stocks, that it would be 1 cent per share. If you buy less than 495 shares, it would be still 4.95. If you buy more, then it would be more, but the maximum would be 9.95. Again, amount would be in Canadian dollars if it is a Canadian security, and US dollars if it is a US security. In Questrade, you can trade options as well. So the commission for options is $9.95 plus $1.25 per contract. I'll explain what is a contract towards the end. Again, do not trade options if you do not know what those are. So benefits or pros is that you can maintain a separate US dollar and a separate Canadian account. If you are opening a TFSA account, you can directly fund it with US dollars. Account minimum is $1,000, which is not very high, I would say. As I mentioned, Wealthsimple you should not use for US securities at all. So US markets, they have pre-market hours and after market hours as well. Regular trading hours are from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, US markets, they have a pre-market session which starts at 4 a.m. and post-market session which goes all the way towards 8 p.m. Questrade lets you trade in those pre and after hours, but hours are limited. I believe it starts from 7:30 a.m. in the morning and finishes at 5:30 p.m. There are no after hours trading for Canadian markets. So what are not so good things about Questrade? There's an inactivity fee, which I believe you can avoid by doing at least one transaction a month. Inactivity fee is also probably waived if you have more than $25,000 in your account. Commission structure is good, but it's probably not the cheapest. Like as I have already mentioned, that for Canadian stocks, Wealthsimple is free, so it is expensive than Wealthsimple. However, it's still a good one, but it's probably not the cheapest one. And just like Wealthsimple, Questrade is also not directly linked to your account. So whenever you have to put money in it or you have to take money out of it, it's going to take few days, maybe 2 days, maybe 5 days. How you can sign up? You can Google it, find the link from there, or you can use the link which I have given in description and my referral code. If you use the referral code, you can get up to $250 depending upon how much money you are putting in your account. And I believe I get $25 for each referral. You can use my referral code or any of your friends' referral code, but it would be in your favor to use the referral code. Unfortunately, when I opened my account, I did not know about the referral code, so I lost this extra money which I could have got. But if you are opening an account, do use the referral code. It will benefit you and it will also benefit the person who is giving you this information. So the next one which I talked about was interactive broker. Let's take a look at the commission structure and then we will look what are the good things and what are the bad things and how you can sign up. So commission structure for US stocks is US 0.005, which is half a cent per share. Minimum is $1 and maximum is 1% of the trade value. So this is maybe a little difficult to understand. So if you're selling one stock or two stocks or 20 stocks, it would be $1. So it's maybe a little difficult to understand. Simply, it's $1 minimum. So if you're selling 50 stocks or buying 50 stocks or 100 stocks or even 200 US stocks, it would be just $1. But if you sell like more than 2,000, then it is gonna be $10. However, they will also look at 1% of the trade value. So if the trade is only, let's suppose 5,000 shares, then commission could be up to $25. However, if those are penny stocks and the trade value was only, let's suppose $1,000, then 1% of 10,000 is $10. So it would be $10, not $15. So basically it would be either 1 cent or 1% of trade value, whichever I would say is minimum, because the max is capped at 1%. For Canadian stocks, it's kind of similar. So it is 1 cent per share. So per share wise, it is more. Minimum is again $1. But however, over here, maximum is 0.5% of trade value. So if the trade value is 1,000, then 0.5% of that is $5. So maximum would be, if it is a $1,000 trade, the commission would be only $5, even if it is 3,000 or 4,000 shares of some penny stock. So Interactive Broker, they have a list of ETFs which they call free ETFs, or which can be traded on their platform without any fee. You can buy and sell them without any fee. There's a link in the description where you can go and understand this commission in more detail. For options, again in Interactive Broker as well, you can trade options. The commission for option varies from 0.25 to 0.65 per contract for US options, and for Canadian options it varies from $1 per contract to $1.25 per contract. Commission depends upon the premium of the option. To understand it fully, check the link in description. And as I said, options trading is only for experienced traders. So if you do not understand, again, same advice that if you do not understand, then do not trade in options. Let's look at pros and cons. So I would say commission structure is really good. In most cases, it would be better than Questrade. It would not be better than Questrade only when you are trading in large volumes, where you are buying more than 2,000 shares. In that case, it could be more than $9.95, whereas in Questrade it was maxed at $9.95. However, in majority of the cases, because people are buying like 1,000 shares, 100 shares, 150 shares, that kind of thing, so in that case, Interactive Broker commission would be much better. Just like Questrade, over here also you can maintain a separate USD and Canadian account, so you won't have to pay conversion each time you are making a transaction. A very interesting thing about Interactive Broker is that they provide you an API access, so you can write your custom bot which can trade on your behalf, which can scan the markets and place orders even when you are not in front of your computers. Another really good thing about Interactive Broker is that you can trade full pre-market and after-market hours. So you can start trading from 4 a.m. and you can continue trading till 8 p.m. if you want. So there is no limitation that the market is now closed. For US stocks, as long as the market allows pre-market orders and post-market orders, you can place your orders and they would get executed if there is a buyer or a seller at your agreed price. But a not so good things about it, there is an inactivity fee. It depends upon how much money you have in your account. This inactivity fee does not apply to first 3 months. I believe if your account has less than $2,000, it is $20 a month, and if your account has more than $2,000, then it is $10 per month. You can avoid it if you are trading and your trading commissions are more than this activity fee. So for example, if you made 5 transactions each with $1 commission, so you already paid $5 and your inactivity fee was supposed to be $10, they would only charge you $5 extra because you have already paid $5 in commissions. Their desktop trading platform is quite complicated and it might be a little overwhelming for new traders. Again, just like Questrade, since this is not linked to your account, it will take 2 to 4 business days whenever you want to take money in or take money out of it. If you are opening a TFSA account, you can initially only fund it with Canadian dollars. You cannot fund your TFSA account with the US dollars. However, I noticed that their forex rates are really good, because in Interactive Broker you can not only trade securities, you can also do forex trading, and their rates are quite competitive. So if you just fund your account with Canadian dollars and then convert to US dollars, that is also a good option. The rate is quite competitive. If you want to sign up, you can use the link in description. This link is without my referral code. If you want my referral code, you can contact me and I can share it with you via email. You will have to send me your email and I can send the invite on your email. I believe one can only earn referral bonus if the person who is being referred, they make a lot of trades, like more than 340 trades or something in a quarter. So that's why in many of the cases, the person who is referring, they won't be able to earn a bonus because not many of you would be an active trader. So these were all, I would say, kind of third-party brokers, like they are not main banks. Now let's take a look at some of the banks. So I'll take the example of RBC. However, this directly applies to all major banks. So this applies to BMO, this applies to TD, this applies to CIBC, and probably Scotiabank as well. I checked and I believe all of them, they had exactly same commission structure, and all of them, they had similar pros and cons. So I'm just going to discuss RBC direct investing, which I use, but I have already verified that all other banks, all other major banks in Canada, they use the same commission structure and they have the similar pros and cons. So let's take a look. So commission structure is very simple to understand. It is $9.95 per trade. Again, it would be Canadian dollars if it is a Canadian stock, and it would be US dollars if it is a US stock. To trade options, it is 9.95 plus 1.25 per contract. Again, it would be US dollars in case of US options, and it would be Canadian dollars in case of Canadian options. Pros, again, over here also you can maintain a separate Canadian and US dollar account, and everything is in just one place. You log into your online banking and you see everything in there. You can put money and take money out of your investing account to your regular checking account just in a matter of seconds. It's just gets transferred instantly. Not so good thing about banks is that commission structure is, I would say, a little steep. It doesn't really matter if you're trading less. However, it's high if you are going to trade actively. Pre and after hours trading is only possible via phones, and over there also options are limited, like hours are limited. I believe it starts from like 7:30 a.m. Rather than 4 a.m. and then it closes at 5:30 p.m. rather than 8 p.m. And phone trades have a minimum commission of $43. It could be $60. It could be even $100 if you are trading in large volumes. All of these banks, they have an active trader lower commission. So if you do more than 150 trades in a quarter, that is roughly like 50 trades in every month, which translates to more than 2 trades per day because market is open only on business days. So if you become an active trader, then commission goes lower. I believe it becomes $6 or $6.68 per trade. In order to sign up for RBC, you can use the link in description. For other banks, just contact your bank or just go to your bank's website. Everything can be done from home. You do not need to go anywhere other than your banks, because your banks probably already has your SIN number and everything. To others, you will need to provide your SIN number and your other identification information, but it is totally safe. All of these traders, they are regulated, so they cannot misuse your information. So next and the last trading platform which I would like to discuss is HSBC Invest Direct. HSBC is one of the banks. It's not one of the major banks. Their commission structure was a little different than the major banks, so I thought I'll discuss it separately. So over here, instead of 9.95, the commission structure is $6.68 to buy and sell stocks. And then for options, it is $6.68 plus $1.25 per contract. Pros and cons are very similar to what other banks have. One advantage which I would say HSBC has is that it lets you trade in other markets as well, outside North America as well. Interactive Broker also has this option, and HSBC also has this option, but outside North American markets, commission structure is different and it is quite high. I haven't explored that option, but if you want to like invest in London Stock Exchange or something, so HSBC is one option and Interactive Broker is also an option. In case of HSBC Invest Direct, if you become an active trader, again I believe it is considered, you are considered an active trader if you make more than 150 trades in a quarter. Then for the subsequent trades, I believe your commission becomes $0. In order to sign up, you can use the link given in description. If you are already banking with HSBC, just go to their website and you can open an account. Just like that, it would take only a few days. So I have covered all the trading platforms which I had discovered, or which I use. Most of these I use Wealthsimple, I use Questrade, I use Interactive Broker, I use RBC Direct Investing. I have all 4 of these. By the year end, I am planning to reduce these to 2 only. So maybe I will use Interactive Broker for US and Canadian stocks, and then maybe for some Canadian stocks I will use the Wealthsimple one. What kind of account you should open? If you have room in your TFSA contribution, then open a TFSA account because you won't have to pay taxes on your gains. If you open a TFSA account, then you cannot trade too much, because if you make too many transactions, then it would be considered as business income and CRA can tax you. So there is no fixed formula that how many trades you can do, and if it is one more than that, then you would be considered as day trader. It is on CRA's discretion. They can just check, and if they feel, they can ask you, and then you could be taxed as a business income. So I would say, in my personal opinion, I would say if you're doing like 2 to 3 trades in a week, you should be okay. However, I'm not a tax consultant. Check this information with your tax consultant. If you're only doing 2-3 trades a month, then it should be totally okay, and you should open a TFSA account if you have room in your TFSA contribution. Similarly, RRSP account can also be opened for trading. If you have limit or if you have contribution room in your RRSP, then you can consider opening an RRSP account. If you do not have contribution room in your TFSA and RRSP, or if you want to open an account with a bigger amount, then you can open a regular account, which is also called cash account, and you can make it a margin account as well. So in margin account, they let you purchase more than what you have in your account, but this is called leverage. But this could be very risky. To new traders, I would suggest that they only open the cash account or they only open the TFSA account. Once you become comfortable, then maybe open a margin account and then trade on leverage. So TFSA account and RRSP account, they cannot be margin account, they can only be cash accounts. So what is my recommendation that with which trader or with trading platform you should open the account? It really depends. If you just want to get your feet wet, if you just want to experiment, if you just want to trade in Canadian market, then I would say open an account with Wealthsimple, maybe with a smaller amount, maybe with $1,000 or maybe with $5,000, and makes few transactions, understand how it works, research on different stocks, and then buy and sell. And once you feel comfortable, and if you want to trade in US markets as well, then open an account with other traders. If you are the person who likes to keep things simple and you are not going to trade like more than once a month or more than twice a month, then open an account with your bank, because it would be very easy to manage. It would be everything in your online banking, and you can manage it directly. You can see your portfolio, and if you want to take money out of it, you can take money out of it quickly. If you are going to trade extensively, then I would say maybe open an account with both Interactive Broker and Questrade, because as I mentioned, in most cases Interactive Broker commission would be better. But if you are going to trade in higher volumes for penny stocks, then in that case Questrade could be a better option too. So Interactive Broker and Questrade are both good. It depends what is the trading strategy which you are going to use. If you're going to use penny stocks in large volumes, then could be Questrade. But for regular people, if you're just going to trade main stocks, then Interactive Broker would be cheaper. Since you are already on my channel, take a look around, and if you think this information can be beneficial to you or anyone else, share the video with them and share the channel link with them and subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Until next time, this is your host Farhan Iqbal signing off. Assalamu alaikum.